The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
I see we're doing some dream reading later in the show.
Now, I've heard about this. I've heard that you're very good.
I'm very
at
good.
interpreting
Very
dreams.
He studied it.
I studied it for one, I did one subject when I was 18.
Did you do that to schmooze a chick? Oh, yeah, I'll go do it with you.
You did an arts degree, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
It's part of the arts degree.
No way.
When I say I did arts humanities. What
does that even
What does even that mean?
mean?
Exactly. So it was the airiest of airy degrees.
Mind you,
could
reading
do.
dreams is an important skill to have.
It was probably the most fun I had at uni doing that course. Like I did.
Because you were asleep half of it.
I was still fresh. I had a crush on chicks, that sort of thing.
I think it gave you an avenue too that you could express your ability to be able to bullshit.
It certainly sharpened my bullshitometer.
Yes.
I did I'll bring it in one day, a 2,000 word analysis of the semiotics of Bram Stoker's Dracula, where I pulled out all the lesbian elements.
That sounds like a porno, to be honest.
Yeah, it was.
Long-winded porno.
But anyway, so I did that. But we did dream analysis. But I know it's a bit different. I had a dream last night, and it was the same. I saw a thing yesterday, the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers. Those snippets come up on my algorithm all the time, and they had LeBron James on. Did you see that one that came up?
No.
And he was talking about how he thought in 2011 that he could play NFL. Maybe he took it seriously for a second there. For some reason, something in his career happened, and he thought, maybe I could give NFL a go. LeBron James is a famous basketballer.
Yeah, no, I know LeBron.
Yeah.
And I know
Everyone
the
knows
Kelsey.
LeBron.
Well, I knew there was one Kelsey.
Yeah. Well, there's two of them. They do a podcast together.
Yeah, okay.
Both footy players.
But LeBron was saying he used to dream about it back then, about playing NFL. But in his dream...
So was he playing NBA in 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been playing for...
Yeah.
God, forever now. 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he said in the dreams where he was dreaming he was an NFL player, he was doing the drills and everything before it, but the dream always ended just before the game started. And and I had it's been happening to me. Like I had a dream last night, and I'm having Kardashian gummy bears, sleeping pills. Someone gave me some of them.
That's a sentence.
Yeah, one of the Kardashians has gummy bears, sleeping pill gummy bears.
Okay.
And I'm wondering whether, because I had I felt like the dream went all night, and it's just pointless dream. Like, again,
like this.
Exactly like this entire thing. I was at a golf tournament, like preparing to commentate a golf tournament.
Oh, you weren't playing, you were commentating.
No, I was like getting the kit ready and everything in my headset, but for hours.
TV or radio?
That's a good question. I think it was radio, probably. Which is a weird thing for me to dream of.
Yeah.
Because I've done it.
Especially putting in any preparation.
But it was just... But
in
again,
dreams he prepares.
literally, as I was walking to the first tee, the alarm went off. So it was very...
So you didn't get to execute the...
No, but that happens a lot to me.
No, but that happens that happens to me as well.
So I know we're doing this later in the show, but do you get that?
Just when it's about to happen, and
Yeah.
then I wake up, but then I just lay there and I make it happen, and I make it all happen my way.
Whoa. We're talking about dreams, Nikki.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Let's hope we don't need the dump button for our next guest, Mitchell James.
That's what I'm hoping
Hey,
too.
there will be trouble in the Lewis household.
There would be.
If we need the dump button now.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to corrupt anyone's children, let alone yours, Mitch.
I'm already doing enough of that, on the weekends.
You are.
So who have we got here? We got James.
We got James heading off to
Mitchell's oldest.
my oldest boy,
What's Jimmy going into?
going into grade 7 as well, going into high school.
High school.
Oh, I can hear him there.
Hey, James.
Hello.
You're not going to swear, are you?
No.
Okay, because if you swear, it's not Nikki, and you have to pay the $1,000.
And you haven't got
Good luck
$1,000
with
bucks.
that.
That's a lot of lawns to mow.
No.
No, and he's saving up for a new cricket set as well. So those pennies, they're precious at the moment.
Oh, really into the cricket, mate?
Wait, you have to buy your own cricket set?
Well, he's got some, and then he wants to pay more. We're trying to teach him how to.
The problem is
The
bats.
value of money.
I was at a
yes.
mate's house the other day. The bats, they outgrow them. You're using a size 4 gun and more. All of a sudden, you need the size 6, Slazenger something.
The grey nickel scoop. What's the big bat at the moment?
Yeah, what's the hot bat?
Yeah, what's the best bat out there?
James,
I think right now it's the Kookaburra.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's the most popular at this point.
Yep.
Is that what Sam Constas uses? Is he your favourite cricketer?
I think Linny
No, I don't think so. I think I like Kawaja a lot.
Kawaja,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Usman.
I think Linny's are still in the Grey Nicks.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Yeah, they've
Yeah.
stood the test of time, haven't they?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
high school buddy.
Are you nervous?
Very.
Is it a different school, James? Is it a completely different school, or are you just stepping up into the senior school?
Yeah, it's completely different.
Right, so new kids, new
And
friends.
Do you have any wingmen whatsoever? Or do you have any friends going into Year 7 with you?
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends. Yeah,
Oh,
I think about 6.
Oh, that's heaps.
that's
You got a whole team.
That's
Yeah,
very good.
you got an instant crew.
Yeah, he's got a couple from his old posse that went in grade 5, and then the rest of them are going now. So I think you'll be right. And they're all local too, so they'll be jumping on the same
That's
trains
good.
when
And
they.
you-
when
and
they
you
head
know
along.
what? Having said that, like, speaking from experience here, James, I switched schools completely. I got more friends from secondary school than I do from primary school. So it might be a bit daunting at the moment, but I think you'll find, as you get older, that you'll probably, most of your great mates you haven't even met yet, which is pretty cool.
That's fair to say. Yeah, there's
That's good, actually. Yeah,
all
there's-
the strangers today are the friends you haven't met yet.
That's true.
Now,
Now-
how's the uniform feeling? Because now I had this question last night, and I thought we had it resolved, James and I. But then, Nikki, you were talking about the ties, and that at your kids' school they have to wear ties from day one. But James, are you absolutely certain that you don't have to wear a tie today?
Yes, it's only in the winter season
Right.
or winter term.
What winter? We don't have a winter
Yeah, it's
here.
true. We don't really have a winter.
It seems crazy when they send them like in September to school wearing
Slacks.
blazers and
Slacks.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I'm not doing the drop-off at the moment. I thought that'll be my contribution. I was putting into bed last night, telling them how proud I am of and all that, And I thought, you know what I can do? I can tie the tie. Like, I haven't shown him yet, and I'm not going to do him. We're not going to teach him the cheat way, where you just sort of wrap it around twice and straight down the middle. We're going to do a full Windsor knot from day dot. I'm going to teach him how to do a tie properly. Just like I was taught, Ash.
The
no,
trick is, James.
Don't listen to him, James.
You get the tie, and then when you take it off, you never undo it.
Oh well, there's
Yeah,
that.
So
It's loosened.
you have to do one tie for the whole year.
All 5 years.
Five
ago.
years.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Although you haven't inherited your dad's big head, have you, mate?
I don't know.
No, he
Not
doesn't.
yet.
No, he's got a normal size
Well,
head.
isn't
Yeah.
it 6 years?
Oh, it's 6 years of high school. Yeah,
6
yeah.
years of high school.
6 years.
But where he's going, I think he's just more excited about the sport. I think that's where the friends will come. They've already been doing trials for their sport for the last couple of months.
Really?
So he's been picked up for the volleyball team. He's keen to get involved in cricket. They play rugby league in term 3. Still trying to talk us into letting him play rugby
Sounds
league.
like a good school you're rocking up to, mate. Do you know what house you're going into? Do you know your house name yet?
No, yet, would he?
Yeah, they're called Gerard.
Okay.
Gerard.
Gerard, what's the theme at your school? Every school has a theme.
No,
What's
they're
the-
just names, aren't they?
No, there's always a theme. Do you know what the theme is?
Um,
So is,
not
He's got to
really.
learn. There's like 10 houses, I think.
is
so
it like
there's a
famous
lot-
Yeah.
French actors?
Oh,
You're
you're asking
Doesn't
questions.
feel very
Mine
Brisbane.
was just like old boys.
Ours are like famous Australians, like notorious Australians.
Oh,
So
really?
there's
Kelly House.
Oh,
there's
like-
Bradman and Oliphant. And
Who was the...
Oh, I think our a bunch of our houses are named after saints.
Oh, okay.
Saints.
That's what we had at my
You got
high
the
school.
religious
Oh,
theme
yeah,
going.
like Mary
Yeah.
MacKillop and that sort of
Saint
thing.
Lutsy. I've never heard of that one.
No, it's not. I haven't been, what do you call it?
Sainted.
Saintedized yet.
Not yet.
Sainted
Two
time.
bits of advice, James, from me. You got to give him some advice.
Oh yeah, advice.
Find the toughest kid and punch him today.
James.
Number one.
James, don't do that. This is Dad
Number
speaking.
two, pretend you go to morning prayers in the chapel so you can be late for school every day, and they can't get you on that one. They're my two big ones from secondary school, buddy.
Oh, and what's more advice? What? Start with your hair long and then say that you've got religious reasons that you've got to have long hair so you can keep your long hair.
Well, he wanted to go real
Nah.
short. He was
He's
asking,
a short-haired
He was asking
guy.
for the drop fade only on Thursday. I said,
Yeah.
nah, mate.
No, you
can't do
we got to
that.
go real straight on day one, and we'll find out what's
Yeah.
allowed and what's not.
Grow a rat's tail and say you identify as a bogan.
Ash, any advice? Because you notoriously decided to have no friends until grade 11, didn't you?
No, you'll be fine, mate. You'll make heaps of... My only advice would be chat GPT. Get on it. Get on it.
Work out the best way to use
Homework
that,
or
mate.
what's that?
Stay one step ahead of the game with ChatGPT.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Talking first days, right in that time of the morning, I think, when everyone's heading off.
I
Back to school.
remember my first day at school, like grade 1, Pialba State School up in Harvey Bay, and we took our mate from down the street, Bucko. We took him to school, so we pulled into Bucko's house to pick him up.
Yeah.
and his mum stood at the top of the stairs and said he's locked himself in the toilet and he's not coming out. And Bucko was crying in the toilet. And they brought him out, and I remember him sitting in the back seat next to Luke, and I were on either side, and Bucko was in the middle, and it was just like a soft sob as we headed off to school.
You guys would have been nice to him.
Well, actually, I remember because we used to have a saying in our house, like our dad used to always go, if you don't stop that crying right now, I will give you something to really cry about.
You grew up with that one?
That's what. Yeah, that was like a famous expression.
Oh my God.
That Dad would say, and I remember thinking, "You're lucky, Bucko, that Dad's not here."
I remember the first day of kindy for my eldest. We had to drop them off for only 3 hours, first day of kindy. And I was just not across the mum thing. All my mum friends were younger. So they just had babies or they hadn't had anything yet. And my mum wasn't around, so I didn't really know what I was doing. And anyway, I dropped him off, and then at the end of the day, I picked him up and I said, how'd it go? And they're like, yeah, it was great, but we need to chat to you about something. They said, you need to bring a lunchbox in. I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, dropping him off with a soy chai latte and a muffin is not appropriate. I don't know. My mum never packed my lunches. Like, the only thing she put in a lunchbox was coins so I could go to Tuck Shop.
Tuck Shop. Yeah,
really?
yeah.
I had Tuck Shop every day as well.
Yeah,
I was a pure
a Tuck Shop kid.
Yeah, same
Thank
here.
goodness, because
Yeah.
my mum's cooking is atrocious. Except for a casserole, that's good.
I had a kid at Aspley East. His mum used to drop him KFC every lunchtime. He'd walk up to the gate and get KFC.
Is he still with
kid you
us?
not, I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I
Makes you
kid you
wonder.
not. You got KFC.
What, every day.
Yeah.
Oh, those pizza pockets, how good were they when they came out? Oh, I mean, fry your mouth. Like, I had a lisp for most of school because I'd eat those pizza pockets at morning tea, piping hot. And I'd just be like, see you at the fecal, Cindy, for the rest of the day.
Jacinta have called the advice hotline. Who have you got going off to school today?
What? The advice
We've got little Miss Charlotte.
Oh, Miss Charlotte. And where is she going?
We're going to Bayview.
We're already at Bayview.
Oh, she's already all
already
over
there.
it.
Go.
Yep.
What grade? Is this grade 1?
This is, where are you going? Prep.
Bayview.
We're going into prep.
Going to prep. And
She seems pumped.
are you excited, Charlotte?
She's got distracted.
Oh, that's a sign of things to
I'll
come.
take that as a yes.
She'll be in the window seat watching the butterflies as they go past.
Yeah.
She seems ready to rock. I've got no advice for Charlotte. I think she's got it covered.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
No, actually, yeah. Still punch the toughest kid.
But the toughest kid, that's Lutzie's advice to Charlotte.
That's in life. That's what
Who's
you do.
5.
Yeah.
Harriet.
Hi.
Hi, Harriet.
What school are you going to in Nunda, Harriet?
I'm not going to school in Nunda, but I'm going to St Margaret's in Ascot.
Oh, you know what? I might be. I've got to give a shout out to St Margaret's kids straight after the news too. It's a birthday today, so I'll do that.
But you don't have to worry about that, Harriet. We
No.
want to know about your first day. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited, but a little bit nervous.
Oh, you're nervous because you're gonna end up with too many friends. Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah.
It's hard managing all the friends when you're the most liked person at school. Hey, Harriet.
Yeah.
Harriet, I'll tell you what's cool is that swing pool at St Margaret's looks amazing. You're going to be swimming some laps, having some fun in that, I reckon.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, does the school have a good pool,
Oh,
does
a
it?
great pool.
Oh, I was always so envious of the schools
Yeah,
with
yeah.
pools growing up.
It's amazing, actually.
We had to get on a bus to go and get wet somewhere. I was so jealous of the
Okay.
pools.
I have nothing to say.
No.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne snack box.
I spent the weekend over at Stratty, at North Stratty, which is just magnificent. Have you been there?
I have not
No,
been
you've
there.
been to
You
Morton.
Don't try and get me to say I'm a Morton girl.
Yeah.
Which you are.
Nikki loves a Morton.
Yeah.
She's into Morton. But it's magnificent. It is.
Sorry, I'll ask you this every time.
Beautiful.
North Stratty is where? Is the
You
pub?
get-
The
yeah,
pub
the
I stay
pub.
at? Okay, that's
Point
North
Lookout.
Stratty. Yeah, right, okay.
You've got Dunwich, Amity, and then Point Lookout.
Right.
and they're all good. We went out. My mum was over there, so we went out, spent the weekend with my mum.
Yeah.
And we went to Brown Lake, which is a brown lake that they've got there.
Is it just all muddy
And
because of the tea tree
We
oil?
shall call it Brown Lake. Oh, great one, Gary.
And there's another lake called Blue Lake.
Oh, wow.
At least Brown Lake's brown.
Yeah, and
Blue
Gary-
Lake's not that blue, to be honest with you.
Where are they in Australia?
Now, Brown Lake's just behind Dunwich. Like when you get, like if you, you know, when the barge drops you off, if you just kept driving straight, 5 minutes down the road, you'd go to Brown Lake. It's really nice.
Is it? Even though it's brown?
No, it's beautiful. It's not brown. It's like tea coloured
It's
water.
tea tree.
Yeah,
you know
it is
that,
tea
you know
tree,
that,
yeah.
Like the Noosa River.
It's like a really.
So it's good for your skin.
I guess so. Yeah, it's good fun to swim in. And
Go
that.
on
It's
with a
beautiful fresh water.
fungal infection that ain't being identified yet.
There's no fungal
Come out your
infections.
cue.
My skin, my skin feels delightful.
Oh, does it?
That's fine. Go and have a feel. But we went there a different way. Normally, we'd drive from Point Lookout to Dunwich on the road. But Levi was saying, no, there's another way you can go where you can drive 4-wheel drive up Main Beach, up the beach, and then you cut in and take a sand track that brings you to brings you to Brown Lake.
You wouldn't take 20-year-old
No.
Levi advice on taking shortcuts in
How
an
the
island?
bloody hell would he know that?
Yeah, well, he'd done it before, so I went, oh, let's do that. So it was me and my 4-wheel drive, and my mum was behind in her 4-wheel drive. She's got a Land Rover.
Cruiser.
No, it's a Land Rover.
A Range Rover?
Range Rover.
There
she's
we
got
go.
she's got a Range Rover.
That's
and
a pish posh car to be
Yeah.
hanging around
Yeah,
straight on.
she's
they're not
she's
supposed
got
to
a Range
touch
Rover.
sand, are
Yeah, I
they?
didn't think they were allowed in
That's
sand.
got soccer mum written all over it.
Levi was saying she's gangster.
something.
She's
Real estate
gangster.
agent.
She's like 78, and she didn't have. She was like, "Yeah, I'll put it." We dropped the tyre pressure down to 24, and she came out onto the beach, and then when we got up to the track that you have to take this inland track,
Yeah, she sped up to get up there.
well, I've pulled her up onto the next to me. I stopped on the open beach, and I went, "Mum, we're going to take this track here, so get behind me in my track. So I'm going to gun it.
Yeah,
Follow
get a
your
run
tracks.
up.
And you just follow me." But it was really hot day, and the sand was like really, really powdery.
Yeah.
And anyway, the point is, I'd wound my window down to talk to Mum, and she's like, "Yeah, well, okay, cool." So I've done a U-E, and I've headed for the track, but because my window was down,
Yeah.
when I've hit the really fine sand, and
Oh, no.
and you can't stop if you're 4-wheel driving. Once you get that momentum, you need that momentum to get up to the safe zone.
Or you bogged.
Yeah, or you bog. So you just got a foot flat to the floor as you get through. The sand started spraying like
In your face.
well, it up, but then the wind blew it all into my car. Like Mitch, it was like a huge powder puff just went off, and next thing I know, my whole still in my car now. I've tried to get it out, but there is just sand
It's there forever.
everywhere. Like the whole thing, the wind, just a perfect storm, just blew all of this sand straight into my car, and I've turned. Oh, and my mum's not going to make it here because it was a bit sketchy. And
Yeah.
we saw this Range Rover, the sand just flying everywhere, and here's this 78-year-old granny just flying straight through. Just made it up onto the
got
the
through?
safe zone. Yeah.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful for me.
Well, it's stressful. Like, it is stressful because when you get bogged or if you get stuck on a high tide, you are in proper trouble.
Yeah.
Not only because you're going to lose your expensive vehicle, but you're going to end up a meme for life.
Yeah. Or dead.
Or that.
Yeah.
Or the wall of shame. Like if ever you go to Rainbow Beach before you go over to Fraser, you pull into the servo, the last servo where you can fill up before you go over, and they've got that,
All the photos of
all
all
the
the bogs.
photos of every car that's there. And he's like, I never want to be on that board there.
Did you see the guy? Oh, sorry. Look,
You go.
no, did you see the guy over the weekend down in Melbourne who drove his hire car down onto the sand?
I saw something.
Oh, yeah, I did
and then
see that, actually, yeah.
I saw the person from the Today Show that
Yes.
came up and interviewed this guy.
It was the funniest
Yes.
interview ever.
That was a bizarre interview. It's like,
She's like, we think you're not going to get this out. It's like, nah, we've got to bet on it. And then he said, if I get this out, you owe me dinner.
To the chick from the Today
chick.
Show.
Yeah, on
She
the
went,
Today
"No,
Show.
mate."
And then she said, but this is going to be very expensive for you because this is a hire car. And he goes, no, it's a rental. It was the most outrageous interview ever, and he just kept hitting on the woman the entire time.
Yeah.
That was
And he was-
bizarre.
And yeah, that's where the story ends.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Jordan Mailata,
Ah, yes, he plays for the Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles, and they've won their way through to the Super Bowl. They're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, which is, what's Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
Trav.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trav Kelsey.
Yeah. They're shooting for 3 straight, but this Jordan...
It's never been done, by the way. 3 straight.
Hasn't it?
No.
What about...
Has he already got 2 in a row? The Chiefs.
Yeah, they have right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
No one's ever won
swear
3.
They
the
got the
last
gun
final
quarterback.
just happened. I feel
know, it
like
does
it
feel like
just
that.
happened.
Bloody-
And it was all the big hoo-ha about Taylor and Travis
Yeah.
and all of that.
That was
And
a
now
year
it's
ago.
here. Because, last night, hubby said,
was in
they're into the
Vegas,
final
remember?
again. And I went, what do you mean? We just had the final.
No.
Or am I just
No,
old?
it was a year ago.
Just
isn't
going
it?
quick.
Life goes quick as we
Lord.
get older.
So what's significant about Jordan?
He's an Aussie. It's only it'll be the first time that an Aussie has played in 2 Super Bowls. We've had other Aussies.
What was the extent of his
In the past.
NRL career? Did he even have one?
He played for South Sydney, didn't he, Mitch?
Yeah, that was where he was signed, yeah.
He came through as a junior for South Sydney, but they told him that he couldn't play because he was literally too big to play rugby league.
Too big.
He was 150 kilos.
Was he really?
150.
What is he now?
I think he's about the same.
God.
Nick will probably know.
Could you imagine running at
166.
that?
166 kilograms.
He's a unit.
He doesn't look fat.
He's just a unit, but he's too big to come up and back in rugby league.
Well, that makes sense.
You got to go up 10 metres, back 10 metres, and he just couldn't do it because he's too big.
It's just good for those short stints in
Oh, my
NFL.
God.
So he's like that dude from, what was it, Blindside? Is that the one with Sandra
Yeah.
Bullock?
Yeah.
He's just
Just
a
a
machine.
huge unit. Last year, he signed a 3-year contract extension for $100 million.
What?
He'd have to be. Would he be Australia's highest earning sports
Football.
person?
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
well, football for sure. Who's an Aussie that's
Well, no
making more
complaints, no
than
complaints.
$33 million a year, and that's US?
Well, we should call Ash Barty and see how much coin she's made in the last. She would have done all right, but not
Not that
100 mil. Not for 3 years.
Not from just a contract. Like one contract.
Oh, hang on, Nick.
Hang on,
Yeah, he's the second highest earner per year. Ben Simmons on $60 million a year is our number 1.
60 mil.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Is this going to be embarrassing, me saying who is Ben Simmons?
No, he's basketball.
Oh, okay.
But you wouldn't, unless you're an NBA fan, I guess you wouldn't really know who he was.
Yeah, he's a big star.
Big
but
star, yeah.
60 mil.
so
And
the
where's he
lesson
playing?
is,
There was all sorts of crap going on with him too. Did he just switch?
Yeah, his career's been shaky throughout the NBA.
What about that Jordan Mailata? Like in the NRL, if he had have stayed in rugby league, they have a salary cap in rugby league. Like the whole team has to fit. The whole team wages.
3 clubs,
is
isn't
it?
it? What is it?
13 million? What's the salary cap?
Something like that.
Might even still be less than 13.
yeah, but he might have like a Red Rooster endorsement as
Yeah,
well.
that's true.
Filling the
I'm
coffers.
sure he had the man shake behind him.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.